Hey guys, Yansel here. So today I thought I'd do something a little different and show you guys how I structure and process a dubstep drop as someone who's only made one dubstep song prior to this track I'm about to show you right now. So let's get into it. So here we are in Logic Pro X. First thing I usually add are some drums. Very simple patterns but very aggressive sounding. And the reason I make the drums very simple is to make way for our main dubstep basses. While we're on the topic of dubstep basses, let me show you guys what's going on here. What you see here are audio samples of synthesizer presets and sounds I've designed myself, all in a folder called a summing stack in Logic Pro X, where I add plugins to it to affect all of the sounds in one go. First plugin on the list is OTT, over-the-top compression, basically upwards and downwards compression on each frequency band, the lows, the mids, and the highs, to give this very squashed and aggressive sound that's common in dubstep and a lot of EDM genres. Next, I've added some EQ to boost the high end a little bit, some sidechain compression to let the kick drum shine through, and some gain. So now I'll show you guys a before and after. Another important lesson I learned in dubstep production is to add a sub bass layer on top of your main bass layer to give it that bass foundation that we all love in a drop. Also on this summing stack, I've got some OTT and some sidechain compression. Here's what it sounds like alone. And here are both basses together. On the second half of our drop, I add some riser effects, and finally I add some rhythmic patterns to spice things up a little. A cool way to make your drops more interesting is to add vocal samples before and or in between your drops. Furthermore, you can add audio samples of the main song section in between the drop to make things more interesting. So here's what it sounds like all together. So there we go guys, that's dubstep for you. But we're actually not done yet. This song has a second drop, a completely different animal from dubstep, but that's for another video. Stay tuned for part 2.